Hello and welcome to Good Games Sing Point. I'm Rockin' Goose.
And I'm Sparklehex.
And I am MC Darren, and today we sing!
Yes, that's right, Spawnlings. Get your earplugs ready as we review Just Sing.
Singing, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock.
Plus, we'll manipulate the weather as a mystical fox in Seasons After Fall.
But first, cycle up your brain cells, Spawnlings, because it's time for Darren's Challenge! Today, I'm asking you this. In Paper Mario Sticker Star, what is the name of the sticker fairy? Answer at the end of the show.
All right, guys, I'm going to go and rock out some gaming picks. All right, here are my rockin' picks for this week. Sony has announced not one, but two new consoles. Well, newish versions of the PS4. First up, they revealed the previously leaked redesigned Slim PS4, which will be replacing the current model and is on sale now. But the big news of the night was the announcement of the long-rumoured PlayStation Neo, officially called the PlayStation 4 Pro. The Pro is approximately twice as powerful as the standard console and will deliver improved graphics and performance in PS4 games. But Sony weren't the only ones to take to the stage recently. Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto stepped out at Apple's big launch event and announced the first big Mario game for mobile, Super Mario Run. It will be available in December for iOS and later next year for Android. And speaking of Nintendo games on small devices, the folks at Rated E Mods have built this incy-wincy little SNES. The adorable little console actually works too, thanks to the use of a Raspberry Pi Zero and some emulation software. Well, those are my rockin' picks for this week. Back to the studio.
Yeah, what happened?
Didn't need that.
Nice one, Goose. Seasons After Fall is a beautiful 2D puzzle platformer all about the changing of the seasons.
You play as a sort of forest spirit who inhabits the body of a small fox, and it's up to you to help various other spirits and the guardians of the forest prepare for the ritual of the seasons.
And guys, how adorable is that fox?
Oh, affirmative. But he's not as adorable as me, right?
Oh, he's so cute though, the way he trots around.
Oh, and how he tries to climb that little ledge.
Oh, but what about when you make him bark?
Oh. Oh, yeah, sure, Darren. He's not as adorable as you. He's so much more adorable.
I heard that.
Now, at first, this really reminded me of Ori and the Blind Forest, with its woodland creatures and wonderful hand-drawn graphics. But unlike Ori, this is a very calm and peaceful platformer.
Yeah, there's no combat whatsoever. There's no Goombas to jump on. There's no spiky plants to avoid. At worst, there's a few edges you can fall off. And you won't need speedy reflexes to deal with any of the platforming either. Which is great if you want to play something a little more relaxing, but not if you want to get the blood pumping.
The challenge mostly comes from simple puzzle solving. Early on, you unlock the ability to harness the various seasons, which you'll need to switch between to navigate the world. For example, certain plants you need to jump on only bloom in certain seasons, or water will freeze in winter. You also have a simple bark command that you can use to activate parts of the world.
It's a simple mechanic, but it's used well. None of the puzzles are very taxing, but they're satisfying to solve, and it's so wonderful watching the artwork change with the seasons.
I did get a little over how much they reused each area though. This is set up in a sort of hub world where there's 4 areas that branch out from the center, and you basically have to go through each area about 3 times throughout the game, and usually you have to backtrack all the way through each one.
Yeah, I also found the lack of direction a little bit off-putting at times. I mean, after a while, the game more or less doesn't direct you at all to your next objective. They might show you a quick clip of something happening, but it's up to you to find out where that happened. And with a fairly large open world like this, it's easy to feel a bit lost or unsure if you're going in the right direction.
Affirmative. You are often free to visit any of the 4 areas in any order you want to progress, so technically, any direction is often the right direction. But perhaps a simple map or quest marker would have helped direct players a bit better. Anyway, what are you two going to give it?
Well, I thought the platforming and the puzzles were solid, but not amazing. Where this game really shines is with the artwork and that beautiful moving soundtrack. And not to spoil anything, but the storyline had me a little bit teary-eyed at times. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Yeah, it's got a lot of heart and soul, and I just wish more games would let us play as animals because that fox is so cute. It did let itself down with that lack of direction, those repetitive levels though, so I'm giving it 3.5 as well.
Right, you two are now needed at the our spawn point desk.
Yes. Oh, there's my cat.
No time for style, Goose.
Oh, Darren, there's always time for style.
Okay, well, let's kick things off this week with this one from Oscar, who is in Brisbane, Queensland. I am Dr. Diamond 53, and this is my question. In Minecraft, how do you take a screenshot? Also, Darren is a nerd. Also, Bajo, make these.
I'll take these. Ooh.
If you do not respond, you will be put into the lava pit of diamonds and sacrificed to the god Gong. Thanks, and bye.
Ugh. Well, Oscar, that completely depends on what version of Minecraft you're playing. If you're on PC, then there are a few different programs you could use, but the most basic way is to just press the print screen button on your keyboard, which is usually in the top right and sometimes just says print screen.
Yeah, print screen will save a screenshot of whatever is on your screen to your clipboard, which is basically where stuff goes when you copy something. But to get it off your clipboard and save it, you'll need to create an image file by right-clicking somewhere, then selecting New, then Image. Then right-click it again and select Edit, then press Ctrl-V or select Paste, and your screenshot will be pasted in. Then just save it.
Ah.
Yes, Darren?
But if you've got Windows 8 or 10, you can just press the Windows button and print screen at the same time, and that will automatically save the screenshot into your pictures directory.
Okay, thank you.
Other than that, if you're on PS4, you can press the share button for at least 1 second, and that should grab the shot.
Great.
While on Xbox One, you can double tap the Xbox button and press Y, or if you have Kinect, just shout Xbox, take a screenshot.
Great tips, thank
Or
you,
if you're
Darren.
on the Wii U, press the home button, then go to Miiverse and hit post, then press the image icon and select which screen you'd like to capture. Sadly though, if you're using an older console like PS3 or 360, then it's a bit trickier and you'll probably need to hook it up to some special capture device, or just take a photo of it on your phone.
Okay, well,
Speaking of phones, if you're playing Pocket Edition, then taking a screenshot depends on what kind of phone you're using. But for a lot of them, you just have to press the home and lock buttons together. But that obviously won't work for every phone.
Is that everything, Darren?
Affirmative.
Quick, hang on.
Oh man, he can really go on.
Wow.
Okay, well, there you go, Oscar. Hopefully that should cover all the bases for you. So let's move on now to this one from Drink Bottle Master, who is in Waterworld in the ACT.
Hi, Good Game. I was wondering, with the new PS4 Pro, will they stop making games for the PS4 or will they keep making games? Please answer, as it's my birthday soon and I'm torn between getting a PS4 or a Pro, as if I get a Pro next year, I will not get a birthday present. Darren, spell this and then say it.
I-A-M-N-O-T-A-N-O-O-B. I am not a noob.
Ha, Drink Bottle Master, out.
I feel like he maybe added a word in there somewhere.
Either that or I can't spell
A
right.
little bit cheeky. Well, Drink Bottle Master, you should basically think of the standard PS4 and the Pro as the same console for most intents and purposes. They will use the same controllers and cameras and all of that stuff, and of course they'll run the exact same games. The only difference is that the Pro will run those games with slightly better graphics.
Yeah, there won't be any special discs for the Pro either. Every disc will work in every kind of PS4. So to answer your question more directly, yes, they're going to keep making PS4 games because games for the PS4 are the same as games for the Pro.
I guess some people are rightfully concerned that developers might make games that only run on the Pro. I mean, we saw that with a few of the games for the new 3DS that came out, for example.
Yeah, but from everything we've heard, Sony simply isn't going to allow developers to do that. Their games have to be able to run on both versions of the console, no matter what.
Well, hopefully they stick with that, but let's move on now to this one from Lego Master, who is in Lego Kingdom in Victoria. Why does the Lego India Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean Lego don't talk, all they say is ah when you fall off an edge? Is there any Lego games that talk other saying ah? And you don't answer, I will send my Lego army after you, thanks.
Well, Lego Master, basically that's just how it was. All the Lego games from the developers at Traveller's Tales used to be like that. Characters wouldn't actually talk, but would instead just use slapstick comedy and facial expressions to retell stories from movies.
Yeah, I think it was Lego Batman 2 that had the first proper voices for the characters, and I'm pretty sure they've had voices ever since then. I'm not 100% sure why they decided to change it though.
I think it was maybe because they wanted to tell a more complex, original story with Lego Batman 2 than they would have been able to without voices. But I'm not sure why they decided to stick with it after that. Personally, I always liked them a lot more without the voices though. I felt it forced them to be a bit cleverer with how they retold the stories and made them use their slapstick humour more, which I always liked.
Yeah, unfortunately though, on that note, we're out of time for this week. If you'd like to ask us something, then you can go here and send us your question.
Ooh. Keeps this one short. Hello, Darren.
Hello, Goose and Hex. I have prepared a special singing challenge for all of us. You are needed in the studio right away.
We'll be right there, Darren. Thanks.
All right,
I'm a little nervous.
start warming up our vocal cords.
Okay, we can do this.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Hello and welcome to the Darren Factor, where we find out if the Spawn Point hosts have what it takes to reach the top of the charts, whether they possess the crucial Darren Factor.
So, Darren, you want us to sing individually, right?
Affirmative, and you'll be judged on your performance by the other two hosts. But you'll only have one song taken from the Just Sing catalogue to establish your potential Darren Factor.
All right, well, I'm pumped. Who's up first, Darren?
The fairest way to decide is scissors, paper, rock, and pasta scoop.
Okay. Get ready and scissors, paper, rock, pasta scoop. Darren, where does the pasta scoop lie in all this?
Wherever I deem it most potent. Anyway, you won, Goose, so you should go first.
Did? Oh, okay.
Good luck.
My name's Goose, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I always thought I could sing, and I can. I think I've really got what it takes today.
Goose, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, come with me.
Oh, sure thing.
Ah, Goose, welcome. What are you going to be singing today?
Well, guys, I'll be singing I Want to Break Free by Queen.
Oh, that's a tough song, Goose. Well, take it away.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need it. I want to break free. God knows I want to break free.
Wow. I was just transported with you on that journey, and I felt myself like I wanted to break free.
Oh, wow.
Really? Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That means a lot.
Darren?
Well, Goose, your performance was adequate, but you didn't have that je ne sais quoi of Queen. I'm just not sure if you, Goose, have the Darren Factor.
Okay, thanks, Darren.
Can I just say that I completely disagree, and I thought you were brilliant.
Well, thank you, Hex. And thank you, everyone.
My name is Hex, and I'm from Sydney, Australia. I think I have the potential to win Darren Factor because, well, I truly believe I was born to do this and bring people joy through the power of music. Sorry, I'm just really nervous.
Oh, it's okay, Hex. It's only me judging you.
And me as well. It's okay, take your time. What are you singing for us?
I've chosen to sing Natalie Imbruglia's cover of Torn, originally by Edna Swap. I just think it was a really pivotal song of the 90s, and it was meaningful to my life specifically.
Take it away.
I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around, and he was dignified. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. The conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and unashamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusions never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. Torn.
Wow! I mean, you came out here, you were nervous, but you came out here. See this face? Wow, this is my wow face. This is amazing. You were great. Oh,
Thank you so
she's
much.
amazing, Darren.
Well, Hex, your singing certainly was adequate, and it showed a lot of emotion. However, emotion is a sign of human weakness, and as such, I'm not sure if you possess the Darren factor.
Oh, no, Darren. Boo! Come on, she was great. Yeah! No, you were amazing. You did great out there. Don't
There's
listen
more
to
of that
him.
emotion.
I just want to say I put my heart on the line.
No, Hex.
And I put everything out there.
Hex, you look at me. You look at me. You are a star. You are a star, and you're going places, okay? You don't listen to him. You're gonna be great. She's gonna be great. Yeah! Woo! Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Darren, and I'm filled with Darren factor naturally because I am Darren. Growing up in the outer galaxies, Mumbot always encouraged me to explore my emotions through the art of singing. This is finally my chance to shine and show the world what the Darren factor really is. Hello, it's great to be here.
Okay, Darren, what song have you chosen to sing for us today?
Cyndi Lauper's seminal 80s tune, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
All right, interesting choice. Now, dude, do you reckon you've got the Darren factor, Darren?
Affirmative. I am the only Darren factor.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
The phone rings. In the middle of the night, my father yells, "What you gonna do with your life?" "Oh, Dad, but dear, you know you're still #1. But girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have, that's all they really want. Some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they want to have fun. Girls, they just want to have fun.
Wow. Well, Darren, I think fun is, of course, the operable word in that song, and it certainly was that. It was really, really fun. If I could offer you one note, I would probably say that maybe just you were a little bit stiff, you know, a little bit boxy. If you could just learn to loosen up a little bit, then, you know, you could really take your audience on a journey.
Opinion noted. Goose?
Oh, well, Darren, Dazza, D-Dog, Madizzle, you did something amazing out there. I'm gonna have to leave early, buy some new socks, because you blew mine right off. That was amazing, man. That was amazing. Little side note, though. I mean, pitch wasn't perfect, but you don't need to be. You're Darren. You were doing great out there, man. And, you know, wow. Just, wow.
All right, you've heard the songs and the judges' comments, and now it's time to reveal the winner of the Darren Factor. Now, Hex, you were fantastic, but the judges said your nervousness could be your downfall. And Goose, the judges liked your performance, but they said they weren't sure if you had the Darren Factor. Well, the winner is Darren!
Wow, Darren, congratulations!
Oh, thank you. I worked so hard for this. I really
deserve
earned
it.
I deserve it.
Whack, yo.
Negative. It's great.
Darren, I don't know how I lost. I thought I nailed that performance.
All judges' decisions are final, Goose. Just as well it's time to review Just Sing. We can get in some more practice.
Singing I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby.
sit down and dance with me. Ow!
From the makers of Just Dance, Just Sing is a karaoke-style singing game from Ubisoft, where your smartphone is your microphone. You hold up your phone like you're taking a selfie and...
Just sing?
Not just sing, Goose. That title is a misnomer. You also watch your face on the big screen as you sing, all with a myriad of effects and filters.
And like all singing games, the competition plays second fiddle to just having a good old sing.
Yeah, I don't even know if the scoring makes sense. I'm pretty sure you can sing anything, and as long as you just sing when you're supposed to, you'll get points.
And you'll need those points too to get stars to unlock new filters, songs, and avatars.
And you'll want to get those new avatars because the ones you start with are a bit tacky.
I really liked the use of the phone as the microphones. It meant that you didn't have to fiddle with clunky plastic gear like USB microphones, and it was really easy to connect.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? And that connectivity is almost seamless. You can have up to 4 players, all with their own phones, and it doesn't matter if you've only got one actual controller.
If you're planning a Just Sing party, make sure you bring your charger. Nothing is worse than losing power in the middle of some bel canto. That's Italian for good singing.
All right, thanks, Darren. Apart from that, the downloadable companion app works nicely, and you can use your phone to select songs, filters, and change the video's theme.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on the video element of this game just yet.
Sure, I like the filters and the effects, but it was always hard to get that perfect angle hex, and it was really hard to read the lyrics, especially when you're trying to strike the perfect pose.
Well, all my angles are good angles. That's precision robot engineering for you.
My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals around.
Oh yeah, and that reminds me, there was a bit of a volume problem that I encountered. It was just really hard to get the levels right.
I love rock and roll.
Even when I turned the TV up full blast, the backing track wasn't loud enough and the menu music was double the volume.
And in my opinion, there weren't enough songs. Sure, there are some classics in there, but I wanted more.
Yeah, it doesn't take long before you start getting some repeats. And honestly, there's only so many times you can hear your friends sing Let It Go before we all start to go a bit crazy.
I have no idea what you mean.
I'm sure you don't.
That said, the game does let you buy more songs, and I'm sure there'll be even more to come as well. But at the end of the day, I enjoy having a bit of a sing, so I'm giving this 3 rubber chickens.
I really like the idea of using a phone to play, and I would have given this a 4 if it had more songs. So for now, it's 3.5 rubber chickens from me.
All right, who's ready for an encore performance? Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
Oh, Darren.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Oh, no more.
Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
Let it go, Darren.
Turn away and slam the door.
I
don't care
Oh, it's
what
contagious.
they're going to say. Let the storm rage on.
Hex, come
The
back.
cold never bothered me anyway.
Oh, it is a good song, isn't it? All right, guys, I'm a little rocked out, so Darren, I think it's time for the answer to your challenge.
Affirmative. At the start of the show, I asked you this. In Paper Mario Sticker Star, what is the name of the sticker fairy? And the answer is... Kirsty!
She looks more like a crown than a fairy. But next week on the show, we get stranded on an alien planet full of rogue robots in Recore.
Oh, sounds marvelous.
Ooh, that game has a cute little robot dog companion as well. Darren, have you ever had a robot pet?
Robots as pets? That's preposterous.
No, I meant like people call pets, you know, like members of the family. So,
Humph.
Yes, no, they're highly treasured companions. They pretty much run the household, I think. Anyway, that's all the time we have for this week. Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
goose out.
Darren out.
I mean, like, I let Lando, my cat, run the house.